Tomorrow's hashtag TBT. Why wouldn't you? So you have if you show me yours. All right. Well, Navy Secretary Ray Mabus under fire after his decision to name another Navy ship after a liberal activist instead of a war hero. This after the Secretary announced he would be naming a Navy fleet oiler after slain gay rights icon Harvey Milk. Critics blasting the decision, saying Milk does not deserve the honor because he reportedly misled people about his naval service. And this isn't the first controversial pick by Secretary Mabus. In May 2011, he named a Lewis and Clark class cargo ship after farm labor activist Cesar Chavez, and named another ship after Congressman John Lewis, a Georgia Democrat, an outspoken anti-war advocate. Now, in doing so, critics say Secretary Mabus reportedly passed over several war heroes, including General Clifton B. Cates, a different Clifton, the most decorated Marine Corps officer of World War I, and Corporal Joseph Vittoria, 22-year-old U.S. Marine killed in action during the Korean War. It's said that he prevented his entire battalion's position from collapsing by manning a machine gun alone until he was killed. Geraldo, I will go to you first.
Thank you. Well, I absolutely believe that those war heroes should be preeminent in the naming of warships. I have to add, though, with the possible exception of Lori Hernandez of the Final Five gymnast team last night, the most famous Latino ever, Cesar Chavez, my Martin Luther King, so important to the lives of so many of us, and the whole cause of equal justice for migrants and others. I think that he is in the pantheon of great Americans, and I totally support
that Harvey Milk is in that pantheon.
I think Harvey Milk also. I think that Harvey Milk is a very significant historical figure, and and again, with all deference to the war heroes, and they should be preeminent. But Harvey Milk is I don't know about this controversy. It's kind of the first time I haven't paid much attention to it.
All right, well,
he's a great American.
Melissa, I mean, the alternative is you put something like this up to a public vote, and then, I mean, I think I would be honored as an American if we had a cargo ship named Boaty McBoatface, like they voted overwhelmingly in the UK. Boris Johnson's brother later backed off the decision to allow the public to name that. But, you know, Harvey Milk, it's a good second-place choice, isn't it?
So we're thinking about voting for these things? Is that
then we'd end up with Miley Cyrus, the
You like this idea? You like the idea of voting, Jillian?
No, I hate it. I was just saying, then we'd end up with the Miley Cyrus, USS Miley Cyrus. That would be terrible.
Why don't we just go with somebody who...
What's that smell? Is it the open ocean or the...
Who has absolutely... There are many choices that have absolutely no controversy. How about a wounded or fallen soldier, a Marine?
Where's John Lewis's controversy? No one cares. I mean, he's a civil rights hero.
John Lewis is a hero.
No,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Harvey Milk,
but I'm saying he doesn't have any controversy
Harvey Milk served his
associated with
country,
him.
and he said, you know, part of the claim is he said that he was kicked out of the Navy for being gay, and maybe that wasn't true, but a lot of his friends were. But what about people who say that gay people have been treated so horribly by the military over the years?
Look, I mean,
they've been kicked out, their lives have been ruined.
Look, we're talking about this because it is seen as a controversial choice, correct? Are there choices out there, Geraldo, that could not be controversial at all? War heroes, for example?
Well, yes, of course. You could always go with the GIs, but let's go just review here. John Lewis, Harvey Milk, Cesar Chavez. I mean, these are great American historical figures who have had influence on many generations of Americans. These are fine choices. Of course, it's the Navy. You want Navy heroes, this and that, and I get that, but to honor those three is a fine, noble...
You got the last word in again.